Hello, and welcome to GameTales, Dragon Age, Regions of Orlais, Valraio. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Valraio was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Valraio, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always floating above that all, the chant, coming from the grand cathedral. It was magnificent. Valraio is the capital city of Orlais, and home to the Andrastian Chantry. It lies on the northern coast of the far inland tip of the Waking Sea. It is one of the largest cities in Thedas. The city's residents refer to themselves as Royans. Valraio is not only the secular capital, but also the capital of the Chantry, the seat of the Divine being situated at the Grand Cathedral of Valraio. There, past the imposing sun gates and more modest night gate, the Chantry performs a ritual where the entire chant of light is sung, a process thought to take about a fortnight to complete. From the White Spire, the night vigilance of the Templars directs the order. Valraio is home to the University of Orlais, a major centre of learning that attracts young nobles from all over Thedas, with the best education money can buy. It's a relatively modern institution whose liberal-minded professors have already clashed with religious conservatives over the content of their classes. Valraio is also where aging Templars retire to when they can no longer adequately perform their services due to the mental deterioration caused by long-term lyrium dependency. The alienage of Valraio is the most populated and dilapidated in Thedas, with over 10,000 elves living in an area roughly equivalent in the size to the market in Denerim. Empress de Leon. Empress de Leon is an area in the highlands of the Dales. It is a cold and craggy environment dotted with elven ruins. Empress de Leon is a snow-covered area formerly occupied by elves. Several ancient elven ruins, including a large keep and colosseums, are located in the area. The hot springs in the Empress have attracted dragons in recent years. The ancient and the modern coexist in the highlands of Empress de Leon, where relics of the lost elven nation are scattered among bustling human villages. These hills are home to the village of Sarnia, known throughout Orlais for its quarry, which produces azure granite of remarkable quality. The Hissing Wastes. The Hissing Waste is a stretch of sandy desert north of the western approach, a lonely place where the wildlife is hungry and hostile. Among the hungriest and most hostile are the dragons that make their nests here. The rare person wandering into the wastes is either hunting prized beasts or hoping to uncover evidence of a lost vanished civilization in the dunes. The Emerald Graves. The Emerald Graves is a forested region of the Dales in Orlais. The area is an ancient elven burial ground but has been partly occupied by Orlesians in more recent times. Long ago, before the fall of the Dales, a tree was planted for every warrior who pledged themselves to the guardianship of the Dales. These warriors were the Emerald Knights of Halam Sharal. When humans began encroaching on their borders, the knights banded together to protect us from their incursion. But the humans were many, and the Chantry powerful, and they eventually conquered the Dales. The trees that once represented the Emerald Knights were now living symbols of their sacrifice, the Emerald Graves. Orlesian nobility referred to the region as the Great Wood. However, when the Dales were still an independent nation, the region was commonly labelled the Emerald March. It is said that each tree found in the graves is a reminder of a life lost during the Exalted March against the Dales. The southern half of the region is relatively civilized, marked with road signs and Orlesian estates, though they have recently fallen into disrepair from the War of the Lions. Further into the region, the woods teem with wildlife and vast foliage. The area is home to many common beasts, including wolves, brontos, and nugs. In the northernmost region, unique creatures such as giants and great bears roam freely, whilst the greater Mistral reigns supreme. Travelling through the Dales, one will see dozens of carven stone wolves. The Dalish call these the Night's Guardians. In the days of Elven Halam Sharal, wolf companions walked alongside Emerald Knights, never leaving their side. Wolf and elf would fight together, eat together, and when the night slept, the wolves would guard them. The statues were erected in memory of their unbreakable bond. The Western Approach. The Western Approach is a large, arid expanse in southwestern Orlais. Farther west lie the Hunterhorn Mountains and the uninhabited steppes and forests. This area was the site of a major battle during the Second Blight. The Darkspawn swarmed out of the Great Chasm to the south named the Abyssal Rift, and corrupted the land beyond recovery. Now it is a stark and sad place, with unstable purple sands, occasional rocky pillars, and ridges jutting out of them, and strong howling winds. At night, the air grows still, and the sky is alight with shimmering auroras. But this is also the time when the Darkspawn come out of hiding. The Orlesians put iron towers at least 100 feet high to mark the path in the Badlands. A traveller who reaches one of them is able to see the next. The towers are now old and rusted. Adamant fortress built by the dwarves and used as a Grey Warden outpost stands on the lip of the chasm. The Exalted Plains. The Exalted Plains, also known as Durfaverin, the Promise in Elvish, is a region of the Dales in Orlais. The Exalted Plains is a grassland region with a myriad of abandoned forts. 700 years ago, the Elven nation fell on these very fields. The Elven army was defeated by the combined forces assembled from the Exalted March, called by the human Chantry, defending their land to their last breath. Then the settlement of Villa Montevellin was founded by one of the heroes of the Exalted March, Sister Amity. and presided over by the allegedly elf-blooded Mer Agur. It was here, centuries ago, that the Dalish kingdom met its bitter end, the holdouts of the Elven army making their last stand, refusing to surrender against champions of Andraste, the Templar, the Sister, and the nobleman patron. The champions' cause was just, and their faith led them to victory. The plains were henceforth called Exalted. The Exalted Plains are steeped in conflict. Centuries ago, the elves of the Dales made their last stand here. More recently, the plains played host to some of the most heated conflicts of the Orlesian Civil War. Somehow, despite ages of unrest, the lands the elves called Durfaveren retain a fragile beauty. The Forbidden Oasis. The Forbidden Oasis is a desert location in the western parts of Orlais. The Forbidden Oasis contains ancient elven and Tevinter ruins. Relatively recent history includes the arrival of the Empress Mining Company, who predominantly operated in the region, mining serpent stone and paragon's luster. The miners were eventually driven mad by the sinister magic that still lingers in the area. A mysterious temple lies at the heart of the oasis, but none have managed to enter it.